Welcome to the channel. In this video, you will see 25 best places to visit in the US. Let's jump into the paradise. Number 1. Miami, Florida. Miami has beaches, historical buildings, delicious restaurants, art museums, and nightlife, so you'll never get bored. It is stated that it's the perfect place to visit in January when other parts of the country are covered in snow and ice. The city has been shaped by many cultures, most notably Cuban, and the Cuban sandwich is a must-try in Little Havana. Number 2. Seattle, Washington. Seattle gets less rain than New York and Boston. It's known for craft beer, food markets, and Starbucks. Its magnificent Puget Sound, Lake Washington, and Olympic Mountains. Number 3. Sedona, Arizona. Low humidity, red rock formations, and outdoor enjoyment await. Sedona, south of Flagstaff, offers mountain riding, hiking, and swimming. The desert scenery is gorgeous, and there are many spas to unwind in. 3:10 to Yuma and Midnight Run were filmed here. Number 4. Aspen, Colorado. Stay for the skiing, shopping, and art galleries. Non-skier? Aspen has many hiking and bike paths throughout the summer. And don't forget how beautiful it is in the fall, especially at the Maroon Bells, where mountains reflect in a clear blue mountain lake. Number 5. Big Sur, California. Take Highway 1 to this unique California town. Coastal pathways give Instagram-worthy views of the Pacific Ocean almost everywhere. Visit Julia Pfeiffer Burns State Park. Here you'll find 80-foot McWay Falls and 300-foot redwoods, making this region unique. At Big Sur River Inn, you may sit in Adirondack chairs in the river while sipping a microbrew. Number 6. Chicago, Illinois. Chicago is the place to go for pizza, hot dogs, and Italian beef sandwiches. This food-obsessed city takes these delicacies seriously, so you won't be disappointed. You should also take a riverboat and visit varied districts like Pilsen, home to a strong Mexican scene, Logan Square, formerly Scrappy, now Chic, and Chinatown, among the greatest in the US. An arts and culture hub. Chicago is home to some of the world's highest buildings, including the Willis Tower and the John Hancock Center. Number 7. Boston, Massachusetts. History is abundant in this city where Puritans founded colonies, Paul Revere rode on horseback to warn of British invaders, and the Sons of Liberty dumped tea into the harbor to protest exorbitant taxes. Boston is a modern city with its own culture. Cheer with passionate Red Sox fans, eat New England clam chowder and oyster shooters, and stroll cobblestone streets past brownstones. Visit the Museum of Fine Arts, Boston, and the Paul Revere House for arts and culture, and enjoy one of Boston's urban parks, like the Rose Fitzgerald Kennedy Greenway. Number 8. Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Jackson Hole is a rugged yet posh alpine hamlet with a cowboy western flair. In the winter, ski at Jackson Hole Mountain Resort or Snow King Mountain Resort and sleigh through the National Elk Refuge. Warm up with hot chocolate, a restaurant and cafe favorite. In the summer, take a stagecoach through downtown and visit taprooms and brew pubs. Jackson Hole is a great home base for touring Grand Teton National Park and Yellowstone, both are listed later on this list. Number 9. San Diego, California. San Diego is more than sunshine and beaches, while those are great reasons to visit. When you're bored of the 70 miles of beach, visit the San Diego Zoo or La Jolla Playhouse on UC San Diego's campus. Balboa Park has enough museums on natural history, cars, and flight to fill a vacation. Fresh fish tacos and the iconic California burrito, loaded with French fries, ensure you'll never go hungry in this metropolis. Number 10. Bar Harbor, Maine. Want to experience the thrill of a national park and the charming small-town life of New England? Your destination is Bar Harbor. It's known as the entryway to Acadia National Park and everything it has to offer, but once you're back in town, you can rely on warm B&Bs and seaside cuisine to cap off a fun-filled trip. Don't forget to take a boat tour to see the numerous whales that live in these seas throughout the summer. Number 11. Moab, Utah. You can visit Arches and Canyonlands, 2 national parks, up close and personal thanks to Moab. Summer visitors will also enjoy going on jeep tours, mountain biking, and rafting down the Colorado River. Cross-country skiing and snowshoeing are well-liked wintertime pastimes. Number 12. Lake Tahoe, California and Nevada. In 1871, Mark Twain wrote about an alpine lake surrounded by granite peaks. As it lay there with the mountain shadows vividly painted on its motionless surface, I thought it must be the finest picture the whole earth gives. Not everyone can describe the lake poetically, but they can appreciate its beauty. Many consider the lake a winter resort because of its world-class skiing, snowboarding, snowshoeing, tubing, snowmobiling, and sleigh rides. It's a great place for paddleboarding, kayaking, hiking, and gondola trips in the spring, summer, and fall. The lake is located on California's border with Nevada, which offers legal gaming and glitzy casino resorts. Number 13. Washington, D.C. Shouldn't everyone visit our nation's capital once? So it's no wonder that D.C. is a favored vacation destination. If you love to walk, a trip to D.C. will be just up your alley. You can walk the National Mall, stopping to see the Lincoln Memorial, the Washington Monument, and the U.S. Capitol Building, as well as free Smithsonian museums. The newly opened and powerful National Museum of African American History and Culture is a must. Plan a long trip since there's a lot to see here, including various neighborhoods, farmers markets, and an amazing food scene. Number 14. Grand Teton National Park, Wyoming. Wyoming may not spring to mind when thinking about vacation spots, but it should. The state is home to Grand Teton, one of America's top national parks, noted for its snow-capped peaks, wildflowers, and pristine lakes. Keep a lookout for bison, antelope, moose, black bears, and hundreds of bird species. Snake River, which runs from Yellowstone into Grand Teton's Jackson Lake, is great for kayaking, canoeing, and fly fishing. And we haven't even discussed the park's namesake and showpiece, the 40-mile-long Teton Range. Number 15. Kauai, Hawaii. Need a break from the daily grind? A journey to Kauai, the Garden Island, is in order. Hawaii's oldest island boasts a laid-back attitude. There are just 2 main roadways, and stunning views. All structures must be shorter than a coconut tree, and wildlife abounds. Listen to bird noises in the jungle, relax on a beach, or take a photo under a waterfall. The Napali Coast, seen in Jurassic Park, and Waimea Canyon are popular. Number 16. Honolulu, Oahu, U.S. News adds that Honolulu boasts both beach and city vacation options. Waikiki Beach is where people go to relax and drink. News says it's less busy mid-April to early June and September to mid-December. To avoid crowds, drive 40 minutes to Lanikai Beach in Kailua. The battleship Missouri Memorial is where Japan surrendered to end World War II. Iolani Residence is the only former royal palace on U.S. land. Number 17. Zion National Park, Utah. It's hard to think that Zion National Park has such diverse landscape. This 150,000-acre park has forests, canyons, and deserts. On the park's east side are Angel's Landing and the Narrows. The less trafficked west side is good for trekking, especially near Calabarge, the world's second longest arch, and the subway, a permit-only passage through a tunnel. Zion campgrounds fill up quickly, so make your reservation early. Number 18. New Orleans, Louisiana. Beignet with coffee? Crab étouffee? Jambalaya? Pavois? Stop. Creole cuisine is the most popular in New Orleans. Live jazz, blues, and rock and roll are performed there. Even if you can't visit during Mardi Gras, you can still celebrate on Bourbon Street. The French Quarter has 18th century structures. Number 19. San Francisco, California. Twitter, Google, and Uber have made San Francisco's tech culture famous. It's not only a posh tech hub. San Francisco is home to Chinatown, Japantown, and North Beach, the city's Little Italy. Alcatraz Island is a tourist trap with amazing stories about inmates and escapes. You may also go across the Golden Gate Bridge to get skyline views from the Presidio. Plus, the city boasts 75 Michelin stars, more than any other U.S. city, save New York. So, number 6. Number 20. New York, New York. In New York, where the activity never stops, you'll never feel more alive. Catch a Broadway musical featuring an A-lister, interact with artists in Greenwich Village, and do the tourist thing in Times Square. The city's latest attractions include the elevated Highline Park and Hudson Yards, a giant mega mall along the Hudson River. 1. Glacier National Park, Montana. In Glacier National Park, you're surrounded by lakes, waterfalls, and mountains. More than 1 million acres of wildness await in this park. Hike the Trail of the Cedars or Grinnell Glacier. You may witness beavers, grizzlies, bighorn sheep, lynx, elk, and hundreds of birds. A car. Set aside 2 hours to travel the 50-mile Going to the Sun Road, which passes some of the park's best views. Number 22. Maui, Hawaii. Maui, Hawaii's third destination. Yes, the state is that fantastic, combines adventure and infrastructure. Outdoor activity is great, from snorkeling past slow-moving sea turtles to climbing through lava tubes and waterfalls. If you appreciate seafood and fresh fruit, Maui's eateries are for you. And the resort scene, especially at Wailea and Kaanapali Beach, is unbeatable. Do you want to avoid the crowds in this popular paradise? The U.S. News travel editors recommend April, May, September, or November for better discounts and less travelers. Number 23. Yellowstone, Wyoming. Ulysses S. Grant signed a Preservation Act in 1872 that designated the area around the Yellowstone River's source as the first national park. The act read, in part, "The headwaters of the Yellowstone River is thus reserved and withdrawn from settlement, occupation, or sale, and dedicated and set aside as a public park or pleasuring ground for the use and pleasure of the people." Nearly 150 years later, the park helps millions annually. And while its geysers are famous, it provides much more. Take a picturesque drive and watch for bison, grizzlies, elk, wolves, lynx, and badgers. Yellowstone's majestic peaks, rainbow hot springs, verdant forests, and beautiful lakes will inspire you. The park is so large, 2.2 million acres, that it extends into Montana and Idaho. Number 24. Yosemite, California. Most people spend their time in an 8-square-mile region that includes Half Dome, El Capitan, Glacier Point, and several hiking routes. Half Dome and El Capitan are prized by hardcore climbers for their tough terrain and breathtaking vistas. Take a climbing class or go on a guided trip led by an experienced local outfitter to enhance your abilities. Visit Yosemite in May or September to avoid crowds. Number 25. Grand Canyon, Arizona. When you stand on the rim of the 277-mile Grand Canyon and stare out over the canyon, carved by the Colorado River over millions of years, you'll be amazed by nature. If you're an adventurer, you can hike overnight to the canyon floor. This well-rounded resort provides spectacular beauty, hiking, and whitewater rafting, says U.S. News' Christine Smith. This park will be a favorite for generations. Thanks for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe, like and share. Press bell icon for new videos.